No more candy before the show or cookies.
I had
Scott.
a cookie. That's probably
No
what
more
did.
cookies,
Yeah,
Scott.
she's on a
No more.
right now.
It
Really.
was the cookie.
Anyway, we
It
have
was the
Erica
cookie.
Bermudez, educator, resident. Unfortunately,
Extraordinaire.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
it's
Thank
true.
you so
This is
much,
true.
Mama Blue. Peace and love, y'all.
Bermudez.
She is hyped today.
It was the
just trying
cookie.
to-
I shouldn't have ate that cookie.
Easy, easy. Blessed after dark. Easy about the conversation about cookies. Easy. Anyway, people,
Look at Scott.
we want to start off, man. With
Wait,
again,
can we just point out for real how we're twinning? Like, look at us.
Anthony Smith said y'all got on the same colors
Look at
today.
us.
Beautiful.
Look,
Beautiful.
Come on. Come on, Kylie,
Erica,
look.
I'm gonna unplug my mic in a minute. All right, could you stop, light skin Keisha, please? Jesus.
That did it. I'm done. All my giggles
God.
are out.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Jakiria.
Yes. Oh, before we even begin, man, just shout out to all our viewers, man.
Yes.
Always.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank
Peace and
y'all.
love to the
Thank
people.
y'all.
We appreciate you guys. Again, feel free to always.
What platforms are they on, El? They
They
on Facebook,
Facebook,
Instagram, and they on Twitter as well.
Is
They're
it
on
the
Twitter.
black Twitter or the regular Twitter? I don't know.
It's black Twitter. Always black Twitter. I support
Okay.
everything black.
All right, yeah. You know, but you're wearing blue today. But anyway, let's start off, people, with hitting the block. All right. We're gonna discuss what is it? The Omarion? That's what y'all calling it on Black Twitter.
Yes.
We're gonna, in all seriousness, I'm saying it jokingly, but you know, COVID is real.
Yes, it is.
And
It
clearly,
is.
it's not going anywhere. So
Nope.
here we have this new variant that actually they're saying that derives from Africa. You know,
Yeah,
Jesus.
they did
Here
say
we
that.
go
I'm trying
again.
to tell you, I for real.
Well,
And go ahead, Mama.
I don't care where it arrived from. It's here.
Right.
Blame who you want, which is a bunch of crap. The bottom line is we got to deal with it. It's here.
Right,
Right in good old U.S. of A.
right,
California A.
mm-hmm,
So we got to deal with it.
right.
And where did it originally come from? Where did it all start?
Yeah, well,
Jersey.
we all we all know that viruses always, you know, morph and unique to other things. So, you know, it was only
Absolutely.
a matter of time that it would. I mean, I really don't care where it comes from. But, Chauncey, what's your feeling about the?
The new variants.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Like, I feel like it's slowing everything down. Like, I was telling Smith yesterday in the office, I said, man,
Who?
if this thing, Anthony Smith, the
Okay.
captain of BLESC,
Oh,
the
okay.
CEO, I told him, I said, listen, brother to brother, I said, if this thing come back, man, I'm going to be living out the house. I'm going to be living outside. I said, for real, like, this is crazy. Like, it's killing everything I work so hard for. Me.
what is your take on it, light skin Keisha?
Well,
And do it affect light skin people the same? I don't know. But go ahead.
please don't.
I'm sorry.
Well, I will. Let's just first off discuss the official name that it has been given, which is the Omicron variant. But yes, Black Twitter has decided to officially rename it as the Omarion variant. And I've seen a lot of funny memes about that. But like you said, this is no joking matter. It's very serious. People are losing their lives. People are getting sick. However, what I've heard thus far, although Dr. Fauci is not agreeing with it, but a lot of the medical officials are saying that it doesn't have as severe as symptoms as the Delta variant did, which a lot of people, if you remember, they were saying the Delta variant was a very strong variant. And I'm just trying to understand why they're attaching these Greek names to the variant. And if they're going to keep doing that, can we just hurry up and get to Omega so we could just be done with it?
Absolutely not. If we get to the Omega, that means the world is gonna end.
Well, listen, it's going to end eventually. So could we just, I just want COVID to end. So if we get to the Omega
it.
variant.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Let's just
I
get to
feel
the
like I look
Omega
into
variant.
Mama when I want this thing to end because I feel like she got the answer, and it's not too many things I ask her she don't have the answer for. So I get very frustrated.
You know, I have to say we have been slack for a long time
Right.
in our health, both in the care and how we take care of ourselves. Growing up, you didn't have all of these crazy
Right.
different things.
Right. That's a
fact.
Okay? You had your metal garbage cans, you put your garbage in a plastic bag, you tied it up. You know, you washed your hands. You
Right.
kept your house clean.
Right.
You kept your body clean.
That's right.
Okay, if you had the sniffles, you had a tissue in
Right.
your hand. We lack doing the things that got us to the point of where we are now of
That's
being
right.
healthy.
That's right, Mama.
And-
Because even though things were a lot slower and a lot less, when you look at it realistically, overall, when it came to the germs and bacteria,
Mm-hmm.
we were a lot cleaner.
And you know what? It's
That's
crazy,
right.
Mama, because I definitely was going to touch on that. It's one thing that COVID has exposed is just how far removed we're from the basic essentials. The things that grandma told us to do. Wash our hands.
That's right.
Keep our hands out our face. Don't put your fingers in your mouth.
Yep.
You know,
That's
cover your
right.
mouth when you cough. Like, these are just basic essentials that we ran away from. And
Right.
also, I would say this as well. We consistently always have to be considerate of other people.
Absolutely.
We do. Now, we had countless of medical professionals come on this show, and they all share the same rhetoric, you know. Basically, just being concerned about not just your health, but the people around you. You know what I mean? And also, fundamentally, just continue to take care of yourself. Like, I mean, that's it. This thing is not going anywhere. I don't believe that the country needs to, you know, have major shutdowns like once before.
Yeah,
It's like
that-
it's like anything else. Like once we have a common cold, there's certain things you know that you need to do. You're gonna load up on your vitamin C and all the other considerations that we were taught generations. And I believe now with this whole COVID variant, listen, mask up. Put your gloves on.
I'd be
Social
really
distance.
worried about-
These are things that we should do without being told to now.
I'd
But
be
you
really
know-
worried about Mama, my mother, all of them. Like, I was very hard on her in the beginning because we didn't understand what was going to happen, where this thing was coming from, how it was going to attack. So I was very, very funny about Mama going out places.
But
Am I
that's-
right, Mama? Like,
yeah,
we
I was
bumping heads a
given
lot.
the 99th degree.
Yeah.
Why you going to the store? What you going for?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, at this point, I believe with that recipe, it should be automatically implemented.
Right.
But you have to understand something. We've become so sophisticated, so educated. We know so much that we've become dumb as hell.
Mama, you ain't never lied.
With the fundamentals. You're
Okay,
absolutely
You ain't
right.
never
we
lied.
because we got away from the basics because
Right.
we know so much that we don't know jack.
Right.
Because we don't have enough sense to remember. Wash your hands,
Right.
get your tissue,
Right.
cover your sneeze.
Absolutely.
You know, if you have a sore throat and you're not feeling well, keep your ass home.
Right. Exactly.
That's a
Don't
fact.
don't expose everybody else to
Right.
your mess.
Right. And you know what's more alarming, Mama? They still saying that 50% of the world are not vaccinated.
Absolutely. You have countries.
50%.
you
That's
have-
alarming.
You
That's
have
alarming.
countries that have not received any type of vaccine whatsoever, whether it be Pfizer, AstraZeneca, J&J, Moderna, Tom, Dick, Harry, anybody. They don't have it. Please explain
listen,
why.
I was one who was with the conspiracies, and I didn't want to put the chip in my body, but it's in there now.
Oh,
and I
chip
feel better.
away.
The
Chip,
chip.
I
chip.
feel better. Like, yes, I mean, you know, I get scanned. I don't have to use my phone anymore. They just scan me.
So this is why you don't get a haircut every week no more. Like, you have the chip in your body.
Easy, Op.
You don't have to get a haircut no more.
Colin. no. The
Colin,
chip make-
stop.
no?
Stop. No,
Just-
no chips.
just
Stop.
chips?
Stop. Stop.
Okay,
Don't do that.
All right,
Like,
Mama,
what?
You know, no. In all actuality, listen, I am a conspiracy theorist, and I was running away from getting a vaccine because, you know, hey man, I just feel like, you know, they was trying to get us again. I just, history told me that, you know, watch yourself now.
And how long you been getting vaccinations since you were born and
But-
everything else, and you didn't know what was in it? Cut the
But
crap.
that's my mama fault.
No, that's too.
And she
that,
was wrong.
No, you got all this education now and all this access to all this information, and folks forgot their damn common sense.
But I'm gonna tell you,
Say
with,
that, Mama.
and you're right, Mama, and I'm gonna say with a number of medical professionals we have had on this show, it was enough to convince me that, you know, I waited and I watched all other people on the front line take it first.
I took mine last January, January 21. Yeah.
I let the front line take it first.
You
and when-
watched me for a long time.
yeah,
I'm
when-
still crazy.
And when nothing happened to them,
Definitely.
I said, okay, the coast is clear.
Still crazy.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. What, we got a comment over there, Chauncey Black?
No,
We
I
got
was
a-
reading.
Oh.
I was reading, Mama.
Yeah, he's saying that's right. I'm still crazy.
Yes, she is.
That's right. I sure
You
am.
know, and Miss Bermudez, I just want to say that I don't know if the variant touched light-skinned people the way it does, the rest of us. But from your perspective, are you afraid of the new variant? Like,
I
can
am
you
not.
speak for the whole light-skinned
Community?
community?
I'm not speaking for anyone but myself, and I stayed quiet while you guys went back and forth because, quite frankly, the COVID debate is getting a little old to me. I feel like it's constantly the people who agree with the vaccine, the people who don't agree with the vaccine, the conspiracy theorists, and then there's these new variants that are constantly coming out. And my opinion is based off of what I want to do for myself, my children, and my body. And I protect myself as best as I can because at the end of the day, the government is in control of what we consume. The government is in control of what we hear. The government is in control of what we read. So I can only protect myself and my children as best as I can.
Well, I agree with you, and I'm against any government or employer who try to force you to take the vaccine.
Yes.
I think it should always be a choice. Now, the thing with me is, okay, I took the vaccine this time, and next year they're probably going to want us to take it again.
Yeah, they're already
And
talking
and
about
booster.
boosters.
So it's
Yes.
kind of, that's the thing
Yes.
that bothers me because now, okay, so I'm going to be taking 3 shots a year in addition to the flu vaccine?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. My doctor said, yo, you got to take the flu vaccine too. I said, oh, wait a minute now. I got the chip. All right? I'm not taking another vaccine. I got the chip in
You
my
got them
Kylie.
chocolate chips from that cookie. That's the
That-
only chip you
Kylie,
got. You don't know what
but
they
Kylie,
putting
I
you. It
took-
could be a
stop.
chip.
Stop.
It could be placebo. You don't know what they putting you.
Well, I'm telling you, it just,
Yeah.
my skin got a little, no, I'm joking. No.
Stop it.
He's just on a roll today,
He's on
mama.
a roll
Stop
tonight.
it.
Get him,
Yes,
man.
it is.
Well, look,
You know what? The sad part is, and this is my thought, COVID is not anything new. It's been around for a very long time.
Scott.
Whether people have paid attention to it or not, if you notice, it's just like it's a derivative of the cold family. You get a cold, you can have a minor cold, you can have a somewhat cold, and you could get a very bad cold. Your cold can turn into, what is that? Oh, God, Lord have mercy. The mind is the
throat?
first thing to go. No, it could go into like pneumonia or bronchitis.
Right.
And these are all these advanced steps that originated from a cold.
Right.
Okay? So do I expect anything different from COVID, knowing that it's coming out as the same family? Hell no.
Okay.
Flu shots you take every year for those that do it.
Not I.
Those and those that don't, whatever the case may be, but
Right.
there's always a derivative of a flu. Same thing.
Right.
Spanish flu,
And that's just how I felt when I
avian
had,
flu,
like-
all of that. It's the growing thing.
Well, I'll say this, man. In conclusion, guys, you just constantly take care of yourself. Health is definitely wealth. I repeat it all the time. Consumption of all things are not good. So you got to slow down on the sugars.
that
and
might be debatable.
the
However.
the sugars.
Just
and
do
all
what's
the
best for
unhealthy
you.
things,
At the
right.
end of the day,
Yeah.
if taking the vaccine is best for you and your family, and that's a decision that you make, then do that. Don't impose your opinions or
On
how
other
you
people.
feel on other people, and just be mindful that what's going on with COVID. Like Mama Blue said, that's any virus. Any virus mutates. So the fact that there's this hype up about these different variants with COVID, it's a little bit of BS to me.
So-
And I'm just going to be honest with you because everything virus related is going to, when it goes
So-
on to the host, it's going to mutate because its job is to attack you. So
So
it's going to
like-
constantly mutate
So,
and get
like,
stronger.
Keisha, you saying I shouldn't have took the chip?
That's your choice. I'm not going to debate that
I would
with
say
you.
You said
to
I shouldn't have.
anybody and
No comment.
everybody. Wash your hands,
That's
cover
right.
your sneeze, okay? And if need be, wear your mask 24/7, 365.
Well-
And wearing your mask and washing your hands
You
and
know
some
what I,
Lysol
you know what I've
saves
just
a lot.
decided? I'm going to decide, as long as I sit next to light-skinned Keisha, I'm going to wear my mask for that one.
Wear your
Okay.
mask. I will say this.
Okay.
I will say this. I have been around several people who have been sick You could sneeze on me all you want, baby, because this
covered.
elderberry,
She's covered.
this chlorophyll, baby, this turmeric, this ginger. Okay, let me tell you something. I have not gotten sick.
So and that's
Not a
consume-
cold, not a sneeze,
consume
not a
all that.
sinus, not a nothing. And I have been around
that's
people that
equally
have
deal.
been sick. But I take my natural medicine.
What is that doing for your mental though? But anyway, and on that note, Scott, we got to take a break. Chauncey B, Q
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And get ready to go.
I can't win. Ooh, yes, Chauncey.
Yeah. Check 1 2 testing. So party people do remember as we continue on, man. BLESC, Blacks in Law Enforcement, will be hosting our first annual, very first, Scott. We need all our clients, all our friends, friends of friends, friends of family. If you're not busy this Friday night, that's right. We are hosting our first mixer at the Moose Lodge. At the Moose Lodge on Westside Avenue, right here in Jersey City. Yes, we are. We are hosting that, baby. And you know how it gets down for the crown in the city, right? We paying bills right now, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm back in the city next week. I'm not rocking that blackjacks this week. My man DJ Mike Shaw, Sucker Free's very own, will be on the set this Saturday at Blackjacks. I'm back at Hargrove Cafe this Sunday. 1 to 5, 25-cent mimosas, mama. Them 25-cent mimosas, people are knocking out. They got something called a medical center. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, of course. She made it. So, yeah, man, it goes down like that this week, man. Chauncey B will be live on the set at the BLESC, Blacks in Law Enforcement, first annual holiday mixer, man. Are we bringing toys this year? We bringing toys? Yeah, bring some toys. There is a $10 donation or bring a toy. How you like that? That's how we getting down for the crown, baby. $10 in a toy, $10 in a toy, $10 in a toy, and I will be on the set rocking live, direct on the set. Yeah, and I'm doing Lincoln, so this Saturday, I'm not at Blackjacks because I'm doing Lincoln High School's class of 1996 reunion this Saturday. Yeah, at the Cricket Club. One time, baby. Absolutely not. Don't judge me. Yeah, 1 2. Don't judge me. No, I didn't. No, my brother came out in 96. One time. Yeah. Break it down. Oh, Christ is here. He's here. Down, left, right, up, down. Yeah. Break it down. Break it down for the crown. Yeah. How we do, Elf? Hey, we moving. Yeah. One time, baby. Grab a seat. Yeah.
Where was you at?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got some flavor from that brother right there.
All right. Well, welcome back, good people, welcome back. As you notice, we do have a guest joining the discussion today. We have Crisis Campbell.
Yeah.
Let's welcome Bless him to the show.
Woo!
Thank you. 1 2.
Rocking his dope apparel. I love it.
He's gonna. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I'm always talking out of turn.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Family.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Light skin. Forgive her. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with light skin Keisha. She just get out of pocket from time to time. But anyway, brother, welcome. We're here to actually discuss the Rittenhouse and the verdict and everything. But before we begin, we're gonna allow you to introduce yourself.
Okay. I'm artist, activist, actor, active father. Crisis is what they call me, you know, out here and where I grew up. But my mama named me Christopher.
Okay.
So,
That in itself says a whole lot. That's
Yeah.
a strong young man.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
You know it's
Mama.
official now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know it's official now.
Hold on,
Said
let me
that's
say
your-
something. Let me say something.
Uh-oh.
He's an entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur. Let's be very clear. Don't lowball it, baby.
You better
Yo,
speak
yeah.
highly of
Yes.
yourself, King.
Yeah.
You better.
Holla at
You know,
your
I ain't
boy.
want to just come straight in.
No,
you
you
know?
gotta,
go
you gotta.
straight in.
Ain't no beef switching. We on now.
Straight in.
Alright.
You among
Straight to the
family.
point.
I mean, but you know,
Straight
That's
to
my
the
brother
point.
from
Listen,
another.
man,
Let's
like,
go.
I talk like that normally, like to myself in the mirror. You know, I ain't want to just come straight on
That's
here. My
right.
first time here with it.
Come
like, you
on,
know.
come on.
Nah,
Bring
that's,
it, bring
that's
it.
one of the reasons why we
Yeah.
invited you, brother. You know what I mean? To one, take part of the conversation, and also for the people to be familiar with who you are.
Right,
You
right,
know?
man. I appreciate this platform.
Oh,
I
most
watched
definitely.
it. I watched it a few times, and I like what I saw, and I actually asked to be here.
Really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
asked
Well,
to
clap
be
it up for the brother.
Yes.
that actually come on the show. That's
I
all
get booked
right,
a
man.
lot. I get booked a lot, but
Yeah.
this one
Oh,
right
yeah.
here,
And
I
I-
actually.
That would've been
I-
easy.
Yeah,
And
he's
I-
like
I
he booked in
appreciate-
business.
That would've been
on
easy
and
for
I,
the brother.
I appreciate you coming
Yeah.
and adding your flavor and your take on the show.
Right,
Again, she said that's your apparel.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Isn't
Levels
it
of Love
dope?
merchandise. Go check that out on the Instagram. Levels_of_merchandise.
Right. But brother Crisis, you said level of love. So does that mean that you actually give advice when it comes to love and relationships?
I mean, I can't give anybody advice.
Plug
I
your
just tell
project.
them
Plug your project.
from what I know. You know,
understood.
from
Right.
from my experiences.
Yes.
Some people just find knowledge that they able to move forward with from what my experience is. So
Okay.
I'm no guru or anything like that. I'm just somebody that lived a lot.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And experienced a lot. So if I want to
Okay,
hear the
and
stories,
so-
I hear it.
So basically, you saying you share your life experience.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay, and so you do movies, you have an apparel.
Yes, yes.
You also, I heard you do some music and everything like
Yeah,
that. We'll
absolutely.
touch on that a little bit later.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Are you a mental health professional? Because I know people who be needing
Mental health-
so-
yeah.
Yeah. Because
Listen,
don't get it
I'm
He's
not
twisted.
pointing to
certified.
Chauncey, by the way.
You know, I'm a doctor in several
thumb is going
countries,
to
but we're
Chauncey,
not going
not
to talk
me.
about me. But
Right.
some people I know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, could use
They
some.
be- right.
So send it to the email, the
Okay.
lovedoctor247@gmail.com. Send all
Appreciate
your questions.
Right.
If you want to send somebody else into them to
Right, 'cause-
talk to Dr. Love, even
Hold
if they
on,
won't come
'cause
themselves,
I'm gonna
you
run
could
down.
you could send them there.
Because I'm going to
Christopher?
send them.
So they talking to
there.
you, Christ?
Yo,
they
listen.
talking to you?
Listen.
I'm
I
gonna
produce
do
a
that.
show called The Love Doctor. The character is Dr. Levi Love.
Right.
Dr.
I
Levi
love it.
Love, the Love Doctor
I like that,
247 on Instagram.
I like that,
and
brother.
I produced the show for him,
Because
and
I'm gonna-
they
yeah.
like what he say.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna encourage people to go to the Love Doctor.
Wait a
what
minute.
name
Hold
is?
it up.
The
Hold
Love
it.
Doctor 247. Let's let
Mama Blue.
let's Mama speak real quick.
Spell it out.
Yes, that's what I was
Spell
saying.
it out. So this
The
no one
Love Doctor 247. So if you want to remember, it means all day long. You can hit him at any time.
Okay.
The Love Doctor 247.
Love Doctor. Is that DR or
Is
doctor
it spelled out? That's why she said spell it out.
Webster Dictionary spelling.
So it's
The
THELOVE
Love Doctor
DOC
247.
Gotcha.
The
Love it.
Love Doctor
Now,
247.
now, before we get too carried away, thank
Yeah.
you. We're glad to have you on the show. But
I appreciate
we
being
actually
here.
going to use this segment to talk about some of the local things that's been going on, or national things that's been going on.
Okay.
And we're going to actually touch on the young man Cal Rittenhouse. You know, who was on trial for shooting 3 individuals that participated in a police brutality protest. And he was 17 at the time. He stood trial. He got acquitted of all his charges. And I'll let you take off, Keisha, light-skinned Keisha,
Erica.
with the location. Excuse me?
It's Erica.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I
Okay.
say that out loud?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You always
It's my-
do.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So this occurred in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Right.
Rittenhouse is not from Kenosha, Wisconsin.
You traveled there, right?
His mama drove him to Kenosha, Wisconsin for him to, I guess, be a vigilante.
Right.
For him to police the area of a car dealership.
Are you saying, is he a police recruit?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
He is not.
He was training for
Do-
the military?
No.
Do we know if Mama knew what his intentions were?
Well, he did have an assault rifle with him. He did take the assault rifle with him in the vehicle. I don't think it would be that difficult for her to assume, if she has a brain, that he's going with a weapon to possibly cause somebody some type of harm, because why else would, this is not something that a handgun that he could just tuck away. This is an assault rifle.
Right.
16-inch long.
It was
More
also
than
modified.
16
Swift
inches.
and Wesson M&P.
That was modified, Mama.
Yes. So his mother had to at least think that, okay, he's going with this assault rifle, something may happen. Especially under the distress that was going on. Everybody was watching it on the news.
So Mama was in La La Land.
Mama's stupid, period.
In La La Land. Okay.
I'm going to say she's not smart. That's what I'm going to say. Needless to say, he, like Kali said, he was acquitted of his charges. And I don't really know how to feel with that. I know that there's a lot, especially in the black community, there's a lot of people who feel like he should have been charged with murder. There were three people shot, two of which
Fatal.
was murdered, fatal, and the third, he nearly blew off the man's arm,
Right.
the third individual. So I think that it's important to sometimes separate your feelings and look at the facts in the case
Right.
to really decide whether or not the individual was guilty. I don't think the prosecution did a good job. That's how I think the defense didn't really have to do anything. The prosecution has to prove their case. And I don't think the prosecution did a good job.
You know what's interesting about the whole thing is actually when it comes to the law, even in Wisconsin, it was stated that, you know, because he was a minor, he wasn't supposed to be out past curfew. They had a curfew in place at the time. And also, it is illegal for a minor, because he was 17 at the time, to possess a weapon
That's not accurate. though.
in Wisconsin.
That's not accurate.
No.
That's,
actually have
Yeah,
those
no,
things
it
there?
is. What,
No.
what's, yes, it is. He
not
can.
accurate.
Yes, it is. He can only have possession of a weapon as a minor if it's used for hunting. And
That's-
anything. Yeah, it is in Wisconsin.
That's
yes,
not accurate.
That's their law.
The
All right.
law actually states that he can have possession of a weapon under the advision. That's not the right word. Supervision.
Supervision.
Thank you. Under the supervision of an adult.
Not an assault rifle.
A permit.
It was modified, and it,
But
it
see, this
became,
is
it
where-
became an assault rifle once it was modified.
Once it was modified,
was
but this is
illegal,
where it gets a little
and he's not allowed to
sketchy
have possession of it.
Because the laws are not finite. There's loopholes, and this is why he was able to be acquitted. Because the law states that he can have a weapon under the supervision of an adult for certain activities, including target practice.
hunting and target practice.
Right, but
Right.
it also does not.
That's what he was doing.
Hold up. Let's talk about
He was
it.
doing what he,
Yeah,
like, what he had
Let's
the
talk
permit for.
about
He
it.
went there on a hunt.
He went there to hunt.
Yeah,
Well-
like, he was within his rights. Who the guy? That's the engineer over there taking
Yeah,
the
Scott.
picture. All right, okay. I'm just making sure.
No, it's all good.
Scott.
I watch
It's
what
all
I be
good.
saying.
It's all
I
good.
see every camera flash. I
Scott.
see everything. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. He was doing. He operated within the law.
Well,
He
clearly.
operated
He did.
within the
Got-
law.
Clearly, because he got acquitted.
Yeah.
I
like,
guess
yeah.
we fair game. You want to come to a proof.
Yeah, it's fair game.
I
You know what I mean?
think- I
But
think
that's
the
what it is.
acquittal-
And there's a lot of things that we get arrested for that we could win when operating within the law, except that it costs money to do that.
Yes.
It costs money to do that.
But
you
we're
know?
already guilty by the color of our skin. Because had
Oh,
this been,
so
had
you
this
need
been
double
a,
the money. You need double the
had
money.
Had
Money
Kyle
talks.
Rittenhouse been
Money
Kyle
talks.
Johnson,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Okay.
this would have been a
That sound
completely different.
like that the name you just named sound like he don't got a lot of money. And he don't got people behind him that's gonna fund
Here's-
the entire situation to make sure if you don't, in
Right.
case you are one of the poor fair-skinned folk, then
Yes.
we'll put that for you. It's people that has a lot of money that just waiting for opportunities like this to fund it.
Right.
And
that's exactly the type of support you
I
receive.
don't see nothing that didn't go according to plan here. I think that was perfectly executed.
Go ahead, Mama.
And that's what I think. But go ahead on.
It's funny because I've been on the news, I've been reading the articles, I've been following this case because it's been, for lack of proper English, horse manure and chicken spit.
Chicken spit.
Okay. It says, and this is from Channel 3000 News in Wisconsin. Currently, the state law bans children under 18 from possessing guns except for limited supervised activities. The law includes an exemption for guns with barrel lengths of 16 inches or longer, designed to allow minors to participate in things like hunting and target practice. So, with his barrel being
it was legal.
16 inches,
That's what made it legal.
okay, he was within the law.
That's what I was trying to
under
explain
the
to you.
age of
Yes.
18 to carry that gun.
See, that's why I said
That's
that,
the
that's
law.
why I said the law is confusing because it was illegal for him to possess the weapon, but because it was an assault rifle, he was within his rights to possess the weapon. Now, the other thing we need to consider is his defense, the self-defense stance, which is what his defense team took. Now, again, and I have the same exact article that you read from Channel 3000 website, and it says Wisconsin's self-defense law, you can kill people in self-defense if you reasonably believe that your doing so is necessary to spare yourself or others from imminent bodily harm or death. A caveat to this is if you engage in an unlawful conduct of any type likely to provoke others to attack you, then you cannot kill the attackers from whom you are conducting the unlawful act. This
There
is
you
what the
go.
prosecutors messed up on.
That
Because he would have been guilty.
Here's the catch.
Wow, that was
For
a
real,
nice
that's crazy.
piece right
Here's
there.
the catch.
Good research.
crazy.
Good
Because look at Wisconsin law, look at Florida, look at Georgia. It's all the same law. And Texas. Okay? Trayvon Martin was killed because some idiot said he believed he was in danger, even though he provoked
he put
the
himself
kid.
in that
Okay,
dangerous
and he
situation.
put himself in the condition.
Yeah,
What's the Ahmaud Arbery?
Yes. Yes.
Same situation
yeah.
in
how
reverse.
so? Oh, in
So
reverse.
when you look at Wisconsin, look at Georgia, look at Florida, and some of these other states too, Texas.
With the gun laws.
Definitely
Okay,
Texas.
with these gun laws, folks better start reading and understand.
Well, you know, a lot of people would say that, you know, when it comes to gun laws, they weren't created for us in mind of possessing
And that's the other
weapons.
thing, they're
Never
dated.
were.
So that's the reason why, you
They're
know, the
dated
language
laws.
is what it is. And ultimately, man, yo, us being who we are, man, you know, I just want to ask this panel, what can we do when it comes to explaining to our children, right, how the disparity of what situations like this arrive, how it's a disparity when it comes for them being in similar situations, and what can they do to stay away from it? Be-
I don't want
because again, you know, we are crucified, and don't get me wrong. Some of our youth feel as though they have to carry a weapon
Right.
for their protection.
Right.
It's either life or death for them, and unfortunately, they're dealing with circumstances that a lot of us may not understand. So now they're forced to be thrust in this situation and never have a fair chance when it comes to the legal system to defend themselves, right? Because, you know, even if you're saying we don't have self-defense in New Jersey, you know what I mean, to that magnitude. But it's difficult for me to explain to our children that they shouldn't carry a gun. Because you got kids that's willing to carry weapons because they're being bullied.
Right.
And that's something we face with in our
that-
mentoring program.
Well, the other thing
That's
is,
an active
Yes.
self-defense, like
Yes.
daily,
Yes.
like active.
it's interesting that you
daily.
brought that up because, and this is taking a slight turn to the Rittenhouse and Arbery case as
That's
well.
fine, light skin. Go ahead.
But in Michigan, there was just a mass shooting at a school
Yes.
where a student brought a weapon, and I'm not sure how many people were shot. I believe it was 9. I think 3 of which,
4 dead.
4 are dead. One of which was a teacher. I don't know the exact. I'm gonna tell you why. First off, I don't know the exact numbers. I'm sick of hearing it. So when the news comes on, I turn it off. Thank you, because I'm clumsy. When the news comes on, I turn it off. When I see this stuff on social media, I look away. I'm so sick of hearing about these mass shootings. I'm so sick of hearing about these bullying cases, because there was another situation with a black young boy who took a weapon to school. Nobody was hurt. This was a few months back. Nobody was shot or anything. They just found the gun on him. But he took the gun to school because he had been bullied. And he had been bullied for weeks. For weeks. He told his teachers, he told his parents, nobody did or said anything. I think that instead of us looking at the issue with the gun laws, we need to address I'm talking about specifically with the bullying issue, we need to tackle the issue at its core. We need to deal with these children who are having problems in school that they feel like the only way to solve it is to kill somebody.
Right.
Children have feelings, children have emotions, they need counseling, they need an ear, they need somebody to talk to say, well, you know, this person is bothering me or this is bothering me. Sometimes there's things going on at home, and we need to address that issue. And in terms of the gun laws, we should all possess guns, period.
So, to address something
That's
I was
just how
talking
I
about,
feel.
like gun laws, right? So, just from my experience recently, and this was just like new to me because I wasn't down there often as I used to be as a kid, the gun laws are different in the South. Way more different. I'm talking about
Absolutely.
regular street cats walking around
Absolutely.
with sweatpants.
Oh, yeah.
The gun was literally hanging off his sweatpants.
Yeah. Open
So
carry.
you have kids that are up here that have relatives in the South that's you know, getting them these toys to play with. Up there.
Exactly.
Just be very clear. That's just a
Exactly.
small part of what I'm.
But you
what I'm-
notice that when you're in the South, like how the hospitality is different.
Absolutely.
Let me
is.
explain to y'all,
Definitely.
like what I've witnessed, because I was just on a phone call with somebody in the South right now before I came in here, and we noticed that people are just nicer there.
Yeah.
You know why? You know, and that's not solely the reason, because obviously we were bred that way, because all of us, you know, have some extension in the South. It's just that you're gonna talk to somebody different in Walmart that got a 9mm on his hip. You don't want to just act the way we act here in Walmart, where we go to Walmart, the super Walmarts where we
Facts,
go. Like,
facts.
but if it's a guy talking to you and you bump into somebody, he got a 9mm on his hip, you tend to say, "Hey, sorry about that, man."
Excuse me, sir.
So that's where the
sir.
Southern hospitality
You know what
comes
I mean?
in.
So you
Yeah.
gotta say, so like that has a lot to do with it right there. Just the gun laws there, people being able to have them so freely and have them out, that forces people to talk to people nice. You know what I mean? I just wanted to elaborate on that because
you
that
know
has a
what?
lot to do with
You're
it.
absolutely right. Because I can remember as a kid going down south, oh, that's Mr. So-and-so. Make sure you don't go over on his property because he'll shoot you.
Yeah.
Yep,
You
and
know.
you're
Then
like,
you know
hey,
right
Mr.
now-
So-and-so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you just like,
I
listen.
mean, I just
I
gave
don't
y'all a
wanna be
small
shot
part of
today.
it. It's
know.
really, that's the thing down there. That's what they're doing. Everybody has guns.
Yeah, everybody got one.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
grandmothers,
not like that
aunts.
here.
No.
It's not like that
Keisha,
here.
I
They
would
said
never
we
want
mean
you to
up
have a
here,
gun.
but
I
they
don't-
have like they
I don't
just it's
never.
crazy
No,
now.
no,
I don't
no,
get
no,
it.
no.
Right.
I don't know.
On a
Seriously.
serious note, we
Yes.
should all possess. Let me tell you
I
something.
agree.
Well,
We
no,
should
no.
all
No.
possess
What's up?
weapons.
No.
Hold up now. We
No,
should
you-
all
you
we should
disagree?
all
No.
be trained
Martial law. She
to
talking martial law
shoot.
talk.
No.
Listen, at the end of the day,
I don't
we
wanna
have
see-
to all we have a right to all protect ourselves.
I don't want to see you with a gun, Keisha. I don't. That scares me.
Might hurt your shoulder.
I'm going to go back to
I'm gonna get me a gun.
the
the
okay?
fact that we
Soon as I
need
get
to
my record
address
cleared.
we
I'm
need to
just-
address
Go
the
ahead, Mama.
bullying and situations with our children.
Right.
Because first of all, they've got to have a sense of comfort, a sense of ease. There's nothing like going to school knowing that you're being bullied day in and day out and nobody's doing anything.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
hell
You're right. And
because that's stress.
Yeah, you're right. And I didn't realize, how important it is and how vital it is when it comes to the whole bullying concept until we started our mentorship program.
It's bad.
It's
bad.
really, really out of hand. And I'm not going to say I didn't sympathize with them, but it was kind of hard to because I mean.
Because you were the bully. I said it. Be mad.
You know what? I'm not gonna say I was not. I was a.
He was the bully.
I was a great, pleasant child growing up.
He lying.
And I didn't do any of those things. But it was hard for me to try to truly understand. Like I was like, yo, they fight back. I was like, call them names back. But it's bigger than that. You know what I mean? It really is.
Everybody
And-
don't have that character.
Right.
You
You know
know what I'm
what I
saying?
mean? You're right. And it's unfortunate because, a lot of the things that's going on currently, they feel like they're forced. to bear arms and defend themselves. I mean,
We have
what
a
can I
right
tell
to
a
bear
young
arms.
what can I tell a young person who told me that, you know what I mean, for two weeks in a row he was attacked. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he was jumped by
So
12
if
other.
he was prepared at that moment, then we could say it was self-defense.
Right.
But if he endured it for multiple weeks
Right.
and then he handled it,
Right.
then
Right.
you know he's charged. You know what I
Right,
mean?
and he's
Premeditated.
not. And let's get this correct. He would not be going home scot free if he shot any of those kids who abused or assaulted him for weeks.
It's
He's
over.
going to the jailhouse.
Facts.
You know what I
Right next
mean?
door.
And he's not coming home for a very long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
And you know, it's sad because it's a mental health issue. And I say
That's
that
right, Mama.
because when you take a kid and you start bullying them, first of all, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know why it's happening. And they're trying to figure out, well, what did I do? Or what didn't I do?
What can I do to make you
Okay,
stop this?
well, what can I do exactly to make you stop?
yeah.
And
Scott.
you're like, well, I got to figure this out. Then it's going to take me a couple of days to work with this situation
right.
here, you know.
It's
And it's crazy because in the meantime, you're still getting picked on every day.
Every day.
And then if you say something to the teacher says something to the student. That's if the teacher says something, because you have some teachers that will respond and you have some that
don't.
won't.
And that's what I want to say.
Yeah, and then what do you do in either instance, whether they respond or they don't respond? Because a response can make it worse, and no response can make it worse.
Right.
It's so many different levels of bullying now.
Yes.
That's not getting addressed and not getting stopped right away, not getting nipped in the bud.
Especially the cyberbullying.
Right. So that's pretty much why I had reacted the way I did yesterday, Mama. Like towards the young lady in the situation, I had to react like that because nothing was being said to her. She stopped, but she stopped after you had a conversation with her as well. But these kids is different today. It's too many different levels of bullying. And they have to get addressed.
Right.
Levels of bullying.
There are
That's
different.
your next project.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
But you cannot
experiences with a lot.
cyber bully me.
Right.
Not when I'm in control and I can turn it off. That bothers me.
Okay,
But these are children. But these are children that-
we come from that era, because the era that's dealing with that right now. If you rewind back to when we was that age, we didn't have that access. Bullying stopped when we went home at 3:00. But bullying nowadays is 24 hours a day,
TikTok,
7 days a week.
IG,
I would like to share a piece of a story because like I'm into telling my own business and I'm not telling others' business now because that's their own story. But I have I'll even say a child that has witnessed being bullied in school. Because I have children that actually care for people because I raised them that way. So caring for somebody could lead you to caring what they think. You know what I'm saying? It took me
Wow,
a
that was
couple
deep.
decades to realize how much that didn't matter. So I don't, my kids are not that age. They didn't get that opportunity. And I want to finish this though.
Right.
But no, I would never tell their story because that's their story. But just to share a little bit, I encourage like parents to get more into their kids, not just for if they're being bullied, but if your kid is the bully. You understand what I'm saying? If your kid is the bully, because like you might be dealing with a kid that might not be wrapped too tight. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if they come from a lineage of mine, we don't do things normal. So you might want to leave kids alone, man. You might want to leave kids alone. Like now, we know it's a certain level that certain kids take to another level where they want to harm others that don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Right.
We don't raise ours like that.
Check one, two.
Okay, but when people like do things to us, like eventually we snap on them. You know what I mean? We don't go hurt innocent folks. You know what I mean? That's not our thing. But
And that's what we want to avoid because it gets to that extent. And I'm not mad at parents. You mess with mine, you're messing with me.
I'm bad. I'm terrible. I get involved.
And with,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
that, right. And with that, we're gonna take a break and be back. Yo, Scott, Chauncey B, take us away.
See, I don't even think he understands what's going on right now. This is from my brother Crisis right here. See, I'm a fan of him, and his name was Chris Crisis, a part of the Heat. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 of them. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, this is his joint. Break it down. Let's go. I like the delivery in this right here. I like the delivery because that lady right there, you know who she is, right? That's one of the Pay sisters from a gospel group. Yeah.
And it shows, God knows it been a rough year. Tough times came, they faded though. Things ain't really go the way we wanted, we made it though. Cause I wouldn't stand for defeat, withstand in the heat. Homie, my life ain't sweet, ain't no sand on the beach. But how I keep planted on the creek, had a talk.
1, 2.
Having no sneaks to a man with no feet. I can't worry about who ducking the feds, who banging that blue, who banging that red, who plucking, who you owing bread.
Shout out to everyone tuning in right now on IG. Shout out to everyone tuning in on Facebook one time.
Someone will shank you for
energy you put out is the energy you put out is the when you put out love it comes back. When you put out love it comes back. When you put out love it comes back. When you put out
He ain't give it to me. He ain't give it to me. Yeah. Yeah. One time, baby. Check 1, 2. This is from yours truly, man. My man Chris Crisis Campbell. Yeah. That's him and Daria. That's Daria Jones. One time, baby. Yeah. YG Kennedy, what's up, my G? Yeah. Yo.
here. Have $1. In fact, no, brother, man, here have
my guy
two.
down. Yeah, one time, man. That was my man Chris Crisis, man. That was Crisis Campbell right there on the set.
Yeah. Welcome back, good people. You know, Light Skin Keisha got a little carried away in the last segment, so we kind of, fell off topic, Mama. I apologize.
It's okay.
Mama
I
kept
can't
us
control
on
her.
point, man. She straight
Right.
facts. In
And
fact,
I
the
can't-
ladies come with the
Yeah.
with the actual factuals. We be having
Yeah, but-
opinions and stuff.
but,
They be
yeah,
they do
a lot
their
of nervous
research,
talk.
man.
A lot of nervous
Shout out
talk
to the
going on.
ladies, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I always shout out Mama because she's the best. The best.
I could tell.
God
She's
bless your
definitely
heart.
the best.
Great
not all
macaroni
the-
and cheese,
Not
man.
all the women are the best on the show, but Mama is the best.
Thank you.
Best in
Yes.
training.
Thank
Best
you.
in training.
Thank
Huh?
you.
Best in training.
Thank you.
Mama here.
I take
In
that.
order
I'll be
in
the
order to
best
be
in training.
trained, you gotta
Ecclesi,
be willing
baby.
to. Anyway, back on topic. Brother Crisis, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this to you, man. You was playing some of your music. Can you tell the good people where they can find your music?
Okay. I do all of the social medias, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the YouTubes. You can find me on Facebook, Crisis81. You can find me on Instagram at Crisis201. You can find me on YouTube, Crisis201. Yeah, you'll find it. Like you put in that
Google
right
him,
there.
baby.
Type it in,
Just
it
Google
comes
it.
up
You
to
gonna
you.
find
Just
out what's
Google
going
him,
on.
baby.
I also
This is a
heard-
few decades of work
I
here.
also was informed that you actually do films and things like that.
Absolutely. 17 films to this day.
That's
wow.
right.
17 films to this day. I'm proud of that. I was talking to
Yes.
somebody about that earlier, man.
Hey, brother,
Good.
with all of those jobs, you got 17 things you're going on once.
17 teams.
I just want to say this, man. You know, we do our mentorship programs. We would love to have you to come speak to the children, brother. And motivate them and actually
Wow.
allow them to see, you know what I mean, that you can do different alternatives and be successful.
Absolutely.
And follow your dreams and your passion because, hey, we supporting you now.
And
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
be in Jersey City.
And
Yes.
still,
Because
Yeah.
good things grow out of Jersey.
Oh, that's the
City.
actual fact.
Absolutely. Roads and concretes, man, all day.
Actual
Hello.
fact.
So we definitely would love for you to come. In fact, when we do the relationship segment the next time, I would love for you to come
Bring
on.
the love doctor through?
Yeah.
Yes,
Dr.
please.
Levi. Shout out to Dr. Levi Love, man. Certified relationship specialist, specialized in relationships, helping people to gain insight on their relationships and avoid conflict.
Right,
Yes.
because I'm not saying I'm the king of conflict crisis, but
Yeah.
sometimes, man,
Yeah.
I get a little.
We don't have a
Yo,
little love
my
question
brother-
tonight.
Right.
Yo,
We
listen.
don't have
man.
no little love question
I
tonight.
don't know if
I
you
call
have-
him. I call him now.
Listen,
You know, here
I
comes
mean,
Google.
we can go with.
We can go with with a
we
little
could go
question.
with one
A
love,
little something,
love.
I think
song.
Crisis got the answer too.
Yeah.
Yo,
Go
I mean,
on,
I
go
don't.
ahead.
You know what I mean?
But
He
you
do.
can
They want to hear
He
your
do.
doctor. They want to hear what you got.
They want to hear what I think about.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
gonna
Go
say
ahead.
this, man.
Go ahead, go.
When it comes to relationships, brother, right? We have this new generation of men that seem like they relinquish their pants to their woman.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Sure
do you think that's
Sure
a
do.
way to solidify love in this day and age?
Listen, man. That's the end of your question because I'm ready.
Yes, that's the end of my
Listen,
question.
man. That's the way to end civilization.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the direct way to end civilization by doing exactly what you just said right there, man.
Yes.
Real talk, okay? Men, like real women don't even like men like that.
Right.
They just convenient at the time.
For the
And
moment.
for the moment, but
60
eventually they'll be done with it because real women are attracted to real men. And that's going to always be like that tomorrow, the day after that, and when I'm dead and gone. And that's it.
Right.
His whole
Great
facial
answer.
expression, everything
I
changed.
mean
when you
that.
saying
That's a great answer.
You know what? Shout out to all the women who feel as though I'm too aggressive and, you know what I mean, too much of a... Anyway, it's not about me. But, you know, I agree. Mama, what you think about that, Mama?
1,001%.
And she
On
said it, I
point.
know it's official.
See, that's what
Okay,
I'm telling you.
you know,
That's where I go to.
I represent a time before me.
Right.
You know,
and that, and
I was
that's-
raised off that.
And that's all I practice, man. Unfortunately, I've been raised by real men.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I was raised by a
Fortunately.
man.
And I'm not,
Unfortunately.
and I'm not. No, I'm just saying because I'm saying that to be patronizing because at the end of the day, a lot of times that's misconstrued in this generation. I'm not gonna apologize for who and what I am and what I believe in.
And what you should be. You left that one out.
Absolutely.
Hello.
So you know that's my issue, and I'm not against any strong woman. Let's be clear.
They naturally strong.
Right.
They was born like that.
That's where you was.
They just don't need to show
Don't
us.
child.
They
You was-
don't need
you
to
was
show us. We
created-
know this already.
That's right. You was created to endure the things you were created to do.
That's right.
That's your position.
And use that strength outside of the family.
Right.
Yeah,
So
we
I
need
don't
you. We
wanna-
need that. Show them outside of the
We
family.
can't have this
not
conversation.
indoors.
I don't
Oh,
want to.
yeah.
We can't have this
Oh,
conversation.
yeah.
We don't have time. You're
bring the love
pivoting
doctor up
somewhere
here.
else. You're going somewhere else with it.
Did you say he would be back next segment?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need
yeah.
him.
I'll bring the love doctor.
Hey,
his name is
I-
Yeah,
Dr.
we need
Levi
you to
Bring
come
him
back
on.
because
Bring
we don't
him
have
on.
You know,
time.
he
Bring him
consult
on.
me from time to time. His name is
Yeah,
Dr.
bring him
Levi
on.
Love,
Yeah, we're
relationship
gonna
specialist.
have to bring you back for our
Oh,
relationship
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Absolutely.
I
That's gonna
think
be
I think
interesting.
the first show in January, if you can come back
That was
whenever
due.
the schedule
Yes.
aligns.
Listen,
we would love to
you
have
go ahead on and
back.
book that.
Yo.
Go
And
ahead
I'm
and
gonna-
book that.
And you know
Cali.
what? And since the Dr. Love gonna be here,
Love
I'm gonna-
Doctor.
the Love Doctor. I'm gonna sit in my chair.
However you call it, he gonna be here.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
a
even
fact.
gonna participate. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna sit to the side. I'm gonna take
You ain't
notes.
gonna have to
You
say
not gonna
nothing.
say nothing?
You ain't gonna have
Absolutely
to. He ain't gonna have to.
Oh, he going like
You gonna
that.
speak
He like
through
Kevin
him.
Samuels.
You gonna speak
Right.
through him.
He like Kevin. He like Kevin
Yo,
Samuels.
shout out to Kevin Samuels.
I'm
Yo,
gonna
he
just
a
go.
beast.
I'm gonna
Shout
just,
out to Kevin
I'm gonna
Samuels.
go
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
gonna go-
He
Yes.
remind me of my attorney. My attorney that my pops introduced me to before my pops passed. He introduced me to an attorney that has been throwing cases out the window left and right for me since, man. Shout out to Neil Brunson Esquire, man. He remind me of
Listen,
of
Mama
Kevin
know
Samuels.
everybody. Could
who
you
he
do
is.
that again?
Yeah,
please?
you know
IG, could you
Yeah,
that
yeah,
expression?
yeah. We be
Oh,
batting cases.
She know every
I go outside and get in
body.
trouble just to see if he can fight it.
Exactly.
I go get in trouble on
Watch
purpose
yourself, Mama.
And
just to
trust
see if
me,
it works.
he
The
can
long
fight.
Go
way.
to
He
Wisconsin
can
with an
fight.
AR
Yeah,
rifle.
he fight. He
and
fight,
see
and he
if-
a family friend. I've been painting ceilings for him since I was 12.
Well, I'm
But go ahead,
gonna
though.
say,
Shout out to Neil.
A real attorney.
I'm gonna say
Facts.
this. I'm gonna say this right, and to be clear, Mama. We gonna close this show. You got any closing words, Mama? About anything?
Hey, it's been great. I love it. I'm good to go.
Brother Campbell, Chris Crisis.
Yes.
Welcome. We appreciate you. I'm pretty sure
I
you'll
enjoyed
be-
this thoroughly.
And his name is Christopher.
Yeah,
Christopher.
that's what my mama
That's his
named me.
mama, his mama name.
He's
him that.
Christopher.
Shout out to
well,
my mama.
Brother Campbell, Brother Crisis.
All
any
that,
closing
everything
words?
you say, that's all me,
You
man.
wanna leave
AKA
people- you wanna
the
leave
Love
people-
Doctor.
You want to leave people with your IG and your information once again?
Like y'all can find me on the Facebook, facebook.com/crisis81. You can find me on the Instagram. I get busy on that. I'm up to like 16K right now, man.
Yo, you
Keep
Whoa,
that coming.
let's go.
Keep that coming. Last year it wasn't
That's
even
right.
a quarter of that.
Follow,
so,
follow,
things is
follow.
following. You can find me on that Instagram at Crisis201. CRISIS, the number 201. And you can find me on Twitter at Crisis1981.
Don't forget the YouTube.
The YouTube Crisis 201. I take
Look
a
up
lot
his
of pride in
music.
that.
Look up
Yeah,
his
the
music.
video, the
Brother
visual.
Chauncey, got any closing words?
Go ahead.
This was a great show, man. Peace to the brother, man. Good
Yes.
luck on anything you're doing on your journey.
Yes, man.
We've been in the loops for a long time, and I wanted to share this, man.
Uh-huh.
This guy go back.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we gave one of the biggest hip-hop shows in Jersey at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Back to
The Heat,
1982.
yes, the Heat was
I
on that
wasn't born then.
stage.
Yeah.
Crisis was rocking the stage. It was him. It was the Brolic Animals. It was all of them. It was Old Nitty in them.
At the Boys
The
Club?
Robert Tree.
The Robert Treat.
That
I know
was
exactly
us.
what you're talking about. Oh, you
Yes.
put that? Yeah.
that was me,
I
Zai,
remember.
Wody.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's about 2 decades
that was
ago.
nice.
Y'all
That's
old.
why.
About
That's
2
why.
decades
I'm-
ago.
Man,
Yo,
I'm only
respect,
25,
respect.
cat. I don't remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it when
No,
I
he
was
came
5.
up with my
I'm
little
25.
cousins from BT.
I did it
was
when I was
5.
5. I was on
Yeah.
5 on the stage.
Light-skinned Keisha
Yeah,
got
he
any
was
closing
throwing it around already.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
let's hair on his
respect.
face, but he was rocking.
Respect.
I'm gonna
respect.
wait to the. I do have some closing remarks, and I don't want to change the dynamic of the fun that we just had, but I did want to mention, in light of the Rittenhouse acquittal, a young lady by the name of Crystal Kaiser, who is she is on a murder trial, and she killed her sex trafficker in Wisconsin.
Oh, I didn't know that was in the same
Somebody
spot.
who, by their law, it's my turn. So,
Go ahead.
escúchame, por
Okay.
favor.
You got it.
Somebody who, by Wisconsin's law, was feeling imminent bodily harm or danger and defended herself against her attacker, yet has been fighting this trial for murder. I'm not sure if the trial is over. I think it is over. And it's not. It's still going. But it's not looking good for this young lady. It's not looking good for her. And there have been protests, especially since Rittenhouse has been acquitted. There have been protests in support of this young lady.
What's her nationality?
And she's black.
Oh, okay.
That's why she
No,
got the
that's the
problem.
problem.
right?
She's black.
That's why she got the problem.
That's definitely
So
a
this
problem.
is why I don't want to like to close the show.
Nah,
I
we
like
gonna
to close
close
it
it
on,
like
on a
that.
light note.
Nah, this
but
is
this is very important.
necessary.
Yeah,
It's
that's
very
necessary.
necessary.
Pay attention,
Crystal
people.
Kaiser. I'm gonna say her name, Crystal Kaiser.
Yeah.
Put
Pay
that on
If you
your
attention,
don't know the
people.
story,
Put
let
that
me
on your page.
finish.
Post it, no,
Because we don't have much time.
Yeah,
I will.
Post it on your page.
Yes, Crystal
and wrap up your
Kaiser. If
closing
you don't
remarks.
know
They
the
still live
story,
here, though?
yes, if you don't know the story, please look it up. And we should all support this young lady. We should all call the Wisconsin legislation. We should make phone calls.
Facts.
Because this is what they do.
Right.
And if we stood together and if we protested and we did it in unison, we need to get this young lady off.
I would love to please.
For
I
years.
would like to elaborate
share
on that.
that-
I just
share
found
it on
out
your
about this
page.
story
Share it on your
today.
page.
I
I'm
just
gonna
found out
put it
about
on
this
the
story.
BLESC,
today.
That page as well.
That one?
Everybody.
That this story right here. I don't
share
know if
that
we
on your
off already.
page.
Y'all could cut the show
All
off. But
right.
I still want to tell y'all. I found out about
all right,
this today.
guys. Hold on.
Go ahead, you got it.
Scott, we want to thank you again. Shout out to President Anthony Smith. Thank you all our viewers. We want to appreciate you guys. A good night. Everybody be safe.
Peace.
Protect yourself.
We'll play
And
this.
I mean, stay woke.
Stay
Good
safe.
night.
Peace and love.
Yes.
Peace and
All
love.
right, yeah, share that.
Yeah. 1, 2. Check, check.
The shedding of blood was proof. Forgiving my sins was the price that he paid with his life.
Came out here.
Victory is mine with love. Now I know that I can do it. I believe it. I know that I can make it. I receive it. Strong faith is the key. Can't fake it. But you gotta believe in God.
I grew up moving quiet, I never forced the tone. Because all about my lonely is how I'm forced to roam. Pops was a rolling stone when he laid his hat. Him and moms fell out of love, then we fell into foster homes. My foster parents was good folks probably. But imagine eating at a table, you don't know nobody. With this type of trauma, you think I curl on the floor probably. But I'm hard to the bone, you think I'm part so probably. Ready to go the distances. If this is a movie, tell me what type of script this is. Cool family, they was Jehovah's Witnesses. Didn't celebrate, so I missed a couple Christmases.